Welcome to Rick's Scale Model Fix and another kit review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Hobby 2000's issue of the Hasegawa P-40N Warhawk. This is labelled as Aces of the 49th Fighter Group and their kit number is 48001. From the box top we've got some digital artwork there of one of the decal options in the kit, a sort of blueprint underlaid line diagram type work underneath. Still quite attractive in a different way. On the box sides we've got a small set of information about the type and its activities and what it got up to. End of the box, we've got that box top replicated, and like we said, your kit number for this is 48001. So I've never actually had a look in a Hobby 2000 kit, so I'm quite intrigued after hearing various things on the internet and forums about the contents of these kits. So this was a bit of a snip at £28 I think. So let's take a look in the box. So we're going to lift the lid, I'll do this on camera. And first off there's the Hasegawa kit in its bag complete, so it'd be interesting to have a look through there as to see what we actually get. Got a very small decal sheet for a 48 scale kit. And at the bottom of the box we've got painting diagram and instructions, which look to be directly lifted from the Hasegawa ones. Painting diagrams on the back and a set of vinyl masks. So taking a look at the instruction books, they're painted on glossy paper, and we've got parts layout there, sprue A, B, C, C, U, M, N, P, so typical Hasegawa fashion where you've got numerous sprues to make up the version of the model in the box. We've got some paint callouts for one of the options, I think, looking at it. And it also looks like we've got some decal location pins. That's a bit confusing to just tuck it in at the bottom left hand corner. Construction is very typical Hasegawa in layout. Anybody who's built one of these kits will be familiar with this. Cockpit's looking quite well detailed. It's relying on decals for some of the instrumentation, but nonetheless everything looks to be there. Stage 2 looks at bringing the cockpit tub and the chin intake together and assembling those. Section 3 is the exhaust stacks. Might be better leaving them off till the end of the model to facilitate painting. 5 is the tail. 6 is putting the tail and the wings together. Now I would prefer to actually make up a full fuselage half and join the two together rather than add it at the end as such. We've got some drop-in panels for the cannon shell ejector chutes on the undersurface of the wing, and some basic weaponry in bombs and a drop tank. Undercarriage looks well detailed over on stage 10. Prop and some panel lines and to make holes and whatever called out, just as you would with a Hasegawa kit. Now I know this kit does draw criticism to being a little bit difficult to put together with all the seams, but I'm sure careful attention to detail when building these sections up will result in a mighty fine looking model. Turning the page, we've got the two options in the kit. So we've got a P-40N, Major Gerald Johnson, 49th Fighter Group Philippines, October 44, and another P-40N from Major Arlen Stanton of the 7th Fighter Squadron, 49th Fighter Group New Guinea, early 1944. Decals, small, two options, not a lot of stenciling, printed by Cartograph. Some of the artwork looks quite well done, but the instrumentation for the decals looks a little bit crude and outdated, to be honest. Also included in the kit are a set of black vinyl masks which look very similar to Montex in their appearance. So opening the single bag containing the plastic parts, and we've got a few sprues there to look at. So in no particular order, sprue A has the fuselage and cockpit detail, which is more than adequate for the scale. As we said, this is the Hasegawa offering, so it's quite nicely rendered. Not much in the way of ejector pin marks to take care of. It's Hasegawa after all. One of the downsides of this kit, apparently, I've never built one to be honest, is the numerous drop-in panels and different tail ends can be a bit troublesome to find a nice fit. So I'm sure just taking your time and working around that, cleaning up any of the bits of the edges and the flesh that we've got on there will pay dividend, I'm sure. So like we said, these sprues are in no particular order. So we've got sprue F, which contains very crude but adequate seat and rear backrest and armour, showing its age on the tool, and there's some flash around those ejector pins and the rear sort of decking behind the pilot's seat. Rear fuselage and tail section, a couple of instrument panels and those drop-in panels for the nose, all contained on sprue F. So again, I'd advise that you marry up each fuselage half with its respective tail section first, work on that seam if there is one. It might be worth just checking your reference to see whether that falls on a natural panel line or not. If not, it's relatively quite easy just to fill and sand that smooth. Sprue B, and we've got two rudders, elevators with flight controls moulded as clean. We've got those inserts for the different gun arrangements on the leading edges. So you can see why this kit is starting to get some flack for being very modular in its build up. There's a lot of work there to do if the fit isn't quite up to par. Small sprue M has those guns, exhaust stacks and the underwing cannon ejector chutes. Nothing really much more to say about that. Sprue C is a one-piece wing. It's full of ejector pins on the inside, but we'll let them off without giving it shape. They do, however, look as though they've almost come through the plastic there. I don't know if you can actually see on the camera, but they are very, very close to coming through the plastic. You can try and catch it in the light. Panel lines, like we said, are really quite nice and well rendered. Classic Hasegawa. Two sprue R's, as you'd expect, one for each side of the undercarriage. We've got prop and filters, spinner, back plate, some cockpit parts, and the drop tank and a bomb. So that concludes the contents of the kit. So all in all, considering the prices that Hasegawa kits are going for at the moment, this seems a relative bargain at £28. So yeah, look forward to cutting my teeth on my first ever P-40 in due course. So there we have Hobby 2000's P-40N Warhawk. Clearly it's the aging Hasegawa kit. Certainly going to need a bit of work to fettle the fit to make a pretty tidy build from this kit. And like I said, you know, the consensus of opinion from modelers is that it's a pain to put together. So we'll see what sort of battle we have with that. Who knows, we might be pleasantly surprised. You shouldn't listen to everything you hear until you've tried it yourself, as they say. So there we go. So until next time everybody, please look after yourselves, stay well and take care.